In looking at this, we discovered that there's a few realities across the district. One, the elimination of school bus service will place a greater burden on families. Right now they rely on the yellow bus to get them to and from school. This will place a burden on them. Students may have to walk or ride bikes in areas that don't have sidewalks or don't have separate walking paths. More students will not have access to transportation with this plan implemented. Approximately 691 high school students won't have transportation service and 1,074 elementary students. Congestion in and around the schools may increase. For every bus that's removed from service, about 36 cars are added to the pickup and drop-off zone. We're going to go through now some maps. These maps indicate what the no bus zone would be. This is East Union, Lathrop High School. In essence, high school transportation will be eliminated to Lathrop High School under this plan. August Knott School has a small area that gets transported, K through 3, that would go away. That busing would go away, and those students would not have transportation service. Golden West School is currently a no busing school. Great Valley School is currently a no busing school here in Western Ridge. All of the students will. Other things I can answer?
I got a question.
Okay.
Are you surprised no one showed?
Surprised, not necessarily. Disappointed, yeah.
There was no notice of it. I got a little birdie let me know.
We sent out press releases and we sent out flyers via Blue Jean Express with all of the kids on the buses. In addition, we sent out flyers with 8th grade students. Weston Ranch is probably the least impacted by this proposal. So it doesn't really surprise me that we didn't get a large turnout, but I would have liked to have seen some. It's important to me to be able to hear the comments of the public and for them to have input into the decisions that are made.
You expected any parents to come by and say, well, it sounds like a wonderful idea?
No.
There really is no need for any further comment. You pretty much know what they think.
And that may be true, but I think that allowing people to express their comments is an important part of being a resident or a member of the school district. I think it's important for people to be able to have their say, even though I may say, well, yeah, I probably would have thought they might have said that. And I may not have, but maybe I did. But it's important for them really to be able to say that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason and what makes the comment meetings worth holding. Do I expect everybody to love the idea? No, but I'm hoping that through these meetings we can educate them a little bit as to where the district stands.
I was trying to do something.
In other words, it's good to have your comments heard so that they can be disregarded later.
Yeah, that's good, thank you.
I don't know that that's a fair statement.
I thought it was a good point that you brought up, that some parents might actually point out there's obstacles that you haven't considered.
Yeah, like that road thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, see,
I'm going to measure every one of them dots and make sure that they're not more than 1.25 miles.
The impact on bus drivers, will they be eliminated because these buses are being eliminated, or are they going to be absorbed somewhere else?
This proposal eliminates 14.75 FTE, which is full-time equivalent. This does eliminate a lot of our regular ed runs. As it looks right now, most of the special ed runs that are being brought in would compensate for that. I don't anticipate by this that any bus drivers would lose their position.
Okay.
But that'll be largely dependent.
Special ed runs will compensate for the 14 point something that are lost?
Yeah.
Why are we getting new special ed runs?
Special ed was actually brought in-house as another level 2 cut. When we did the analysis, we are currently providing that transportation through an outside vendor. By bringing it in-house, we were able to reduce the cost and preserve jobs for employees that we have.
Does that represent a cost savings?
Yes. It was a small cost savings in the first year because of startup costs.
What are you going to do with the old buses?
It depends on what happens with this, but probably there are a number of buses that would be sold.
Is the sale of these buses factored into the savings of the overall? Okay.
It's hard to say what the value of a bus sold at auction will be.
Okay.
We've seen them go for less than $100. We've seen them go for couple of $1,000s. It really depends on what the cost of scrap metal is, because most people can't buy them and operate them because of their resource board requirements.
Yeah. There goes my plans. I was gonna spray paint it and travel the country.
The partridge film?
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here.
That's amazing.
That's it.
Great, thank you, Steve.
You're welcome, thank you.
You expected any parents to come by and say, well, it sounds like a wonderful idea?
No,